come to the gym with me vlog. We're going to go and hit glutes together today. I am going to take my microphones and we're going to do it mic'd up. But right now I'm just getting ready to go to the gym. I've picked out my outfit. I've gone for a very neutral look. And whilst I'm getting ready, I thought I would, because I've recently come back off holiday and been trying to get back into routine, and I'm not going to lie, struggling with it. I thought it would be good to give you guys some tips and just talk about getting back into routine, fitness goals and all that good fitnessy stuff. Just to be completely transparent, I've been back from holiday for a good little chunk of time now, and I still haven't had a full proper week of workouts done. As each week has gone on since I've got back, I've been getting better and better. I've been getting better with my nutrition each week, and I've been getting better with my training each week as well. I think at the moment, obviously I don't have a set plan. I am trying to finalise my workouts for my next sort of training block this week, but I'm very sore from Monday's quad session, so that one might need a little bit of altering, and as soon as I've got that I will share it with you guys. So in terms of my own fitness goals at the moment, I'm going to be completely honest, I was hoping by the time I did this little gym vlog I'd be like, yeah, I've got these X and Y and Z goals, but honestly, like I said, I've still really been struggling to get back into routine, so my goal is still very much to get back into a solid routine with my training, and that's completely fine. Like I spoke about in my last vlog, you don't have to have groundbreaking goals all the time, like I want to achieve X, Y and Z. Sometimes just wanting to get back into a good routine, eat a little bit healthier, those are my main goals at the moment. I don't have anything else groundbreaking, although I am working, like I said, on making myself a new program at the moment, because I don't have a coach at the moment, which was a decision I made whilst I was away, and then I stopped properly when I came back, just because obviously there's honestly no drama, no tea, nothing like that. I just wasn't making the most of the coaching, and coaching is expensive. My coaching is expensive, coaching in general is expensive, having a trainer in general is expensive, and the same way I want my clients to make the most of coaching, I also know that it's really silly for me to be paying so much money for something where I'm not using it properly, and that's not their fault, that was literally my own fault. I was just way too busy, and it's not a good time for me to be having a coach at the moment. Some people, when they're busy, thrive having a coach because it helps them with accountability. For me, my check-ins just felt like another thing on my to-do list in the week, which again is not their fault, that's just, it was just not very good timing. So yeah, I am on my own at the moment. Really enjoying putting a little bit more attention back on back at the moment, and also glutes as well, which I know people will think I always put heavy emphasis on glutes, but honestly over the past 9 months, one of my main goals has been actually over the past year, bringing up my overall lower body development, especially my quads, and I think I've done a pretty good job at that, to be honest. So now I want to put a little bit more emphasis on glutes again, but still maintaining that sort of balance. And then in terms of goals, obviously those are my program is guided by my goals, but also I kind of want to try some new things. I really want to try some CrossFit style lifting or workouts and just feel fit and healthy. I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but with weights I feel super strong, but I wouldn't say I feel super fit, and I feel like maybe trying a different style maybe of workouts, maybe once a week could be useful. So that's something I'm toying with the idea of. I'm just bouncing ideas off you here, guys, and also maybe if you're in a bit of a rut, you guys could get some ideas from me bouncing ideas off the wall, because I don't really know, to be honest. I'm trying to write myself a program, but then I'm thinking maybe I should try a different style of training, and then I'm like, it just comes into a big mishmash, and I think that's probably why I've struggled so much with getting back into routine, because I just don't know what I want. So much for getting ready together. That didn't pan out, but I want to talk to you about getting back into routine and the way I was going off on a million different tangents because I was trying to do my makeup at the same time. Wasn't working. So makeup is done. I'm going to take my hair out now, and let's talk about getting back into routine, because I found it really fucking difficult this time. I spoke about this in my last vlog. I've struggled like no other time since ever having time off training to get back into routine this time, and I don't really know why, but I do have tips that I've used before and tips I have been using, and tips I use with clients and all that sort of stuff. So the first thing, which is more sort of to do with training, to be honest, is so many people have it drilled into them like you got to be following a program. Like if you're not following a program, training's pointless. And like, yeah, if you want to grow and you want to make progress and you want to get stronger, you do need to be following a structured program. However, if you're already struggling to get back into a routine post holiday, there is nothing wrong with just setting yourself the little mini goal of going to the gym 3 to 5 times a week. Whether you follow a bloody program or not, get your ass to the gym. Regardless of whether you choose to follow a program or not, that is completely up to you, but you don't have to always follow a program. And I would actually say when you get back from holiday or back from an injury or back from any sort of time off training, whatever the reason may be, maybe you've been through a life shift, you've moved houses or whatever, it can be a really good time to re-spark your enjoyment for training by trying new things. Maybe you've seen some moves on TikTok that you've never tried before. Within reason, don't be trying none of this like weird acrobatic shit that's gonna definitely injure you. Maybe you've seen like a different style of training that you want to try. Maybe you want to try your hand at CrossFit. Maybe you should book in for some classes for that. Maybe you should try and write yourself a program, or even just trying to get in the gym. Like I said, a little mini goal of setting yourself, go to the gym 3 times a week to start with, and then you can work it up to 5 if you want to go 5, work it up to 4 if you want to go 4, keep it at 3 if 3 is all you have time for. But just getting in the gym, regardless of what you do, you don't have to follow a structured program all the time. That brings me on to point number 2, which would be very contradictory to what I have said, but some people do benefit from having that extra accountability when they're trying to get back into a routine. It can help having someone there to push you, and in that case you could either get a workout buddy, which will be completely free unless you have to bribe your friend to come to the gym with you with maybe a post-workout meal if they're not into the gym, but a workout friend can be a really good way. Posting on social media, like maybe taking, it sounds so stupid, but just like taking a gym selfie every time you go to the gym. Or if you have the funds, you can invest in a coach or a personal trainer, because having someone there to keep you accountable, having a trainer there in person that's waiting for you to go and do your session can really help. If you don't have the funds for in-person PT, go online. Having the weekly check-ins, the bi-weekly check-ins, whatever that person offers, can help you be like, right, I'm checking in with this person on this date, so I need to get my ass into gear. Hiring someone or finding a way of keeping yourself accountable and increasing that accountability can be really, really, really helpful. Another thing that can be really useful is setting goals. Now, I spoke about this in my last video, and sometimes the idea of setting goals like post-holiday or post-time off can feel so daunting. Like I said, the goal can literally be to get to the gym 3 times a week. But if you do want to re-spark your sort of enjoyment or like reasoning behind training, having a set goal, whether it is something like I want to grow my biceps, I want to grow my bunda, I want to lose a little bit of weight, I want to hit this PB on this lift, I want to be able to lift X amount on this lift, I want to be able to do 40 minutes of cardio without having to take a breather. Whatever it is, be it aesthetic or something performance based, and I would always recommend with your goals you have a merge of both. If you go with just aesthetic, you're not going to stick to it. You can definitely do performance on its own, but I don't like demonizing people that have aesthetic goals because I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But if you're going to have aesthetic goals, you need to have some performance-based goals, or just goals that have nothing to do with how you look. So goals like being able to hit a certain number on a certain lift, goals like feeling healthier, goals like waking up earlier, goals like eating 3 balanced meals a day, getting in 5 different veggies and fruits every single day. Those are little other goals that can help you. Especially with the training side of things, sort of like setting PB goals, whether it be for like cardio, maybe you want to be able to run a certain distance, maybe you want to be able to do a certain amount of cardio without stopping. Whatever it is, there's no right or wrong. Setting goals can really, really, really help give you that little spark that I spoke about in my last video for getting back in the gym. And like I said, they don't even have to be like that. Your goal could literally be, I want to go to the gym 3 times a week. Following on from that point, I'm just going to give you the big sister advice that I think you need to hear it, I need to hear it, we all need to hear it, which is when it comes to your fitness goals, when it comes to getting in the gym, particularly going to the gym, getting your ass in the gym and training, no one is going to do it for you. No one cares, no one else cares. Like, I mean, I care if my clients aren't training, but you know, that's sort of a niche thing. No one cares if you do not go to the gym. No one is going to come and get you and force you to go to the gym. No one can make you go to the gym other than you. And for me, I've always had like a re-spark, a re-energization, a re-motivation post-holiday, and this time I think because it was such a go holiday, I didn't come back feeling particularly relaxed, and so maybe that's why I didn't feel the sort of spark back for training and like excited to go to the gym. And because I was relying on spark, relying on motivation, I've spoken about this before, big mistake, I was using that as like, oh well, I just don't really want to go, so I'm not going to do it. And that's not even like me. I'm such a habits and routine girl over motivation, but I fell into the trap of being like, I don't really particularly feel like going, so I'm not going to go. Newsflash, you won't always feel like going to train. That doesn't mean you shouldn't go and train, and no one, absolutely no one is going to be able to do this for you. Your training goals is something that only you can do. You are in complete control of that, so don't just take that as a bad thing, take it as a good thing. You are in complete control of your training goals. You're not in complete control of the results you get. I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of other factors that can impact things other than just how much effort you put in, but in terms of showing up, ticking the boxes, that's something you have complete control over. And if you do have an aesthetic goal, wouldn't you rather make sure that you are ticking every single box possible when it comes to what you can control, so that then the things that you can't control, you can accept that a little bit more, because you know you're ticking every single box and you're getting your ass in the gym and doing the training sessions that you need to be doing. So that would be my final tip. Don't wait for the spark, don't rely on motivation, just get going, just get some momentum behind you, because I have found, which I did mention, even though I'm still struggling to get back into routine, guys, I'll be honest, it's been 3 or 4 weeks and I'm still struggling. It's been a lot easier this week compared to week 1, and that's because I've got more momentum behind me. I'm just getting into the habit of going at similar times every single day where possible, and I'm trying not to take, you know, more than 3 days off the gym at a time, because then I'm finding really difficult to get back into it. And having a sort of set routine and set days that I do go to the gym has been really helping me, because week 1 I was relying on that spark and it just wasn't coming. I've got the momentum behind me now and I'm getting back in the swing of things. Yeah, you can get back into routine, I promise you that, and don't feel that you have to be following a structured program straight away when you come back off holiday. There is no right or wrong way to get back into routine. If having a brand new program that really excites you is what helps you get back into routine, do that. If following the same program that you were before you took some time off and having the familiarity, there's less barriers, you don't have to feel anxious about doing moves you've maybe not done before. If that's going to work for you and getting back into routine better, do that. If trying something completely new, because maybe in your time off you've realised you just want to move your body in different ways, is going to be something that helps you get back into a good routine of training and moving your body, do that. There is no right or wrong way, and as much as I am such a believer in following a structured program most of the year, there are definitely times in the year where it's beneficial to have a little bit of wiggle room with your training, to have a little bit of experimenting going on, to try and get that sort of spark back and maybe try new things. I mean, I haven't decided yet, but I do kind of I'm toying with the idea of trying CrossFit or CrossFit style workouts, but I would need someone to coach me. So if anyone has any sort of in-person, in the Leeds area specifically, coach recommendations where I could maybe go once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks and try some CrossFit style workouts, let me know, because I feel like my goals at the moment, to summarise, is to still get back into routine. Program wise, with what I've been writing up for myself, I do have sort of like a back and glutes focus at the moment, and arms in particular as well. I really want to work on my biceps in particular, but also my triceps. Doing the cardio before I went on holiday was really enjoyable, to push my body in a different sort of way, so that's something I want to keep up with. I want to be more active in general. I want to move around a bit more. My job's very sedentary and I want to make sure that I'm moving around, keeping things moving. But yeah, let's grab some pre-workout and let's get to the gym.
Everything goes right. I can feel the breeze. Euphoric delight. Only you and me. Pour your honey sick.
Okay, so I'm at the gym. It's so fucking hot in here. It's like stuffy but grey outside, so it's hot. And it's not even sunny, so that's disappointing. But I'm doing glutes today, so I'm gonna do B stands hip thrusts first. I always get questions when I put these in coaching clients' programs about if it's a single leg movement, are you meant to feel your other leg? It's like a partially unilateral movement. It's not like wholly, because you are still using your other leg to balance your, if you completely took your leg off the floor and you weren't using it and you're doing more of a single leg hip thrust as opposed to B stance, that would be more of a like wholly more of like a wholly unilateral movement. But because you're using your other leg to support, you're still going to be using your other glute, you're just biasing your other one more. So I'm going to do 3 sets of these, and I've started with a really light weight. I've only got like 90 kilos here, so I'm going to see how I get on. In terms of like foot positioning, if you ever get stuck with these, you want the leg that you're trying to work, the leg that you're not trying to work as much, you want the heel of that foot, of that leg, to be in line with the toes of the leg, of the foot that you're trying to work. Also, whenever you're doing single leg work, whether it's like fully single leg or partially single leg, you can take rests between legs. I'm probably going to rest for like a minute and a half. Otherwise, my other leg, I'm going to get like half the reps because I'm out of breath. So yeah, you can rest between legs. Okay, I've added 20 more kilos because that felt really easy, and I want to be doing like 8 to 12 reps on this. I've not been putting hip thrusts at the start of my workout in a long time. Like I mentioned before, I've been more focusing on like bringing up my overall lower body development, but I'm trialing with my new program. I'm trialing putting some hip thrusts back at the start again, and I just love B-stance hip thrusts. I get such a good connection on them, and I just love doing them. Yeah, I'm trialing out with putting shortening position movements at the start of my workouts again, because I'm going to do RDLs after, and normally I do it the other way around. But yeah, so now I've got 50, 70, 90, 110, and I'm going to try do 8 to 12. Oh God, I'm sweating. Oh. I either didn't rest long enough there, or I've got a weaker left glute. Oh. Okay, so I'm doing RDLs now. Like I mentioned, I'm trialing doing shortening position movements, then lengthening position movements at the moment, because for so long I've been doing lengtheners, then shorteners. So I just want to switch it up. So I'm going to go a little bit lighter than I was when this was my first movement, just because my energy is a little bit depleted from doing my hip thrust first. But yeah, I'm using lifting straps. I always use lifting straps now. If your grip is what's limiting you in terms of upping weight, just use lifting straps. You're not like, it's not a cheat or anything like that. You want to be working your hamstrings and your glutes. You're not trying to like test how strong your grip is. So yeah, I need to put my music on before I put my other strap around the bar, otherwise I can't do it. Okay, so since my first set I've gone up in weight because that actually felt quite easy. So I've got 50, 70, 80. The thing I get asked about most is, obviously you can do glute biased RDLs and you can do hamstring biased RDLs, but I always get asked why in a glute biased RDL people still feel the hamstrings. You're never going to be able to take your hamstrings completely out of the movement because you're hinging your hips back, so don't worry about that too much. As long as you have got more of a bend in your knee, you are going to be biasing your glutes a little bit more, but don't get caught up if you can feel your hamstrings. Same with rounded back extensions, you will always feel your hamstrings on that movement. It doesn't mean your glutes aren't working, and also mind muscle connection, it's not the be all end all. Okay, so I'm going to do lunges now, and with it being my glute day, I want to do these a little bit more glute biased, but I always see people saying about hinging at the hip and pushing your hip back to target your glutes more in things like step-ups, lunges, anything basically hip hinging, which is useful, but also I've always really struggled with the hip hinging when it comes to lunges. It just confuses me. So another thing that you want to be paying attention to is the angle of your knee. So if you want a little bit more quads, you want to be getting more, so if you're trying to get more quads, you'll be getting more flexion at the knee joint. So your knee is going to be coming further over your toes like this. Whereas if you want to bias your glutes a little bit more, I'm going to do these on the Smith machine. You'll see that I put my foot a little bit further forward so that I can sit back into it and keep my shin at a bit of a straighter angle, but I'll show you what I mean. But I wanted to put that clip in because the hip hinge thing really confuses me. This is a really weird angle because you can just see my feet. I'm going to show you what I mean with no weight on the bar. And I'm going to do it with my legs backwards, but normally I do it the other way around. So you can see what I mean. So I put my foot a little bit further forward because if I put my foot here, my knee is going to have to come over my toe. Whereas if you put your foot a little bit further forward, you can keep your shin more straight and focus on really sitting back to get more glutes in the movement. As opposed to if you put your foot more like directly under the bar, you're going to have to go further over your toe. I hope that helps. Okay, so final thing for this workout, I'm going to do glute medius kickbacks, but every single time I film these like form-wise, and I will show you like the full shot, that every single time I do them, you can never
tell what direction I'm kicking my leg back in. So I've spoken about this before, but think about it as a pizza cutter. So if you just want to do a normal glute kickback to get more of your glute max, you want to go straight back. If you want to do glute medius, it's like if you got like a small pizza from Domino's, instead of being cut into 4, it'd be cut into 8, so it's sort of out to the side like that. And then pure abduction, you're just going like that. But I'm doing glute medius kickbacks today, which means I'm not coming straight back, I'm not coming straight out to the side, I'm coming straight down the middle and back.
Okay, the gym session is done. So that was the gym session, literally 4 movements, but such a good glute workout. I think I'm definitely probably going to put that in my program. B stance, hip thrusts, and then 2 length and position movements, and then a little bit of isolation for that glute medius to give you that shelf look. Absolutely love that workout. It's such a good workout, and you might look at it and think, that's only 4 movements and like not tons of sets. If you are going balls to the wall, I promise you it's enough. So I hope it can give some of you who are watching this video maybe struggling for motivation or struggling to get into a routine a little bit of inspiration for one of your future workouts. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little come to the gym with me vlog, and again, a bit like the one that I did where I spoke about motivation, I hope it's just sort of been a reminder that even like coaches, like this is literally my job. Fitness influencers, even the people who like it's their income sort of to be in the gym, or like people that really love the gym, and I would count myself as someone who really loves the gym, I struggle with getting back into routine sometimes. And if you are struggling, you're not on your own. I hope the tips I've given in this video have been helpful, and yeah, let me know if you guys want a full week of workouts video when I've got a new program sorted, or if I try CrossFit, do you guys want me to like see if I can find someone who's up for being on camera so I can vlog it? And yeah, let me know if you guys are trying any sort of new exercise at the moment, because it would really help to give me some inspo for like new movements maybe that I could put into my new program, or I could go and try things like Pilates. If you want me to vlog it, I can do that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna go home, get the sweat off me. Like, I'm literally sweating so bad, my hair is like ruined, and get some food in me. I'm doing like days. Basically, I bought a massive box of protein supplements, like protein bars, snacks, and I've been taste testing them on TikTok every single day. So go over to TikTok because I'm gonna go and taste one of those when I get back. But yeah, have an amazing day whatever you are doing, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to and you haven't already, and I'll see you gorgeous girlies in the next video. Whoa, that is embarrassing. I am literally glistening. She's glistening.